It's not stressful, it's not jarring on your joints. It's just a graceful gliding motion, no matter which exercise you're doing. I love it for stretch, for flexibility, but because it is everything, you're getting cardio and strength training included as well. And while we're watching Marjolaine work and enjoy it, we wanna share with you that you're getting an entire system. It's not just the machine at the lowest price ever. We give you 5 DVDs, which actually is 9 workouts, plus another link to another personal day-to-day workout with Marjolaine, included with your purchase today. You're getting an eating guide, you're getting a wall chart. It's all inclusive. We started the day with several colors, we're down to 2. So if you want it, we've got gray and black, or the blue and black. And by the way, we are including the rebounder. This is normally an extra purchase. It's included, so now you can get that cardio and strength training done at the same time as your stretch, as your flexibility, as your meditation. It's all coming together now. And thank you so much for being here. And I want to say a big thank you to Marjolaine. She is joining us and has not only developed and basically invented this product, she has sold over how many worldwide now?
Over 1 million.
Over 1 million. It's it's a phenomenon. Congratulations.
Thank you. I want one in every home in the world.
There you go.
So I got a little ways to go.
Well, we're on our way today. It's been very popular. We did sell out of the purple. We do have some of the accessories that you may want to consider picking up, but a lot of things have already sold out. But let's get started at the beginning. Let's, first of all, tell us what you're doing and what parts of your body are benefiting.
Yeah, so I've started with the warm-up, which we always do, and then I did some arms, and now I'm doing my legs. It's just a simple transition into the reformer, stretching my hamstrings, and then I'm working my inner thighs. My stomach is always engaged, and always those deep core stabilizing muscles. And that's what makes Pilates on a reformer so unique, that you're working both the mobilizing muscles to strengthen them and stretch them, as well as all the little interior stabilizing muscles.
That's what's so incredible, because a lot of the movements are so small.
They are small, but they're so profound, and your body loves doing them. That's the best part about it. It feels really good to do.
So let's get back to the beginning. If anybody's just tuning in and you don't know Marjolaine's story.
I'm gonna come up and sit and talk to you.
It's pretty, I mean, it's a bad thing that happened to you, but a good thing that came out of it.
Absolutely. I was out running one day, I got badly hit by a car, and out of that was introduced to Pilates, which I'd never heard of before. About 3 months into that rehab, I realized, wow, every person on the planet should have access to this, because it had changed everything. Not only healed the injuries, but changed my body, changed how I felt, changed my stress levels, changed the imbalances that I had developed over time with repetitive stress. And I thought, gosh, how can anyone afford to do $50 3 times a week, which is what I had been paying with insurance because I'd been injured.
So you're saying $50 a class, 3 times a week?
Yes.
Wow.
So we worked really hard. We took the original mini reformer that Joe Pilates had developed, all the same dimensions, and created the first home reformer. And here we are 25 years later.
25 years later, 1 million
amazing?
AeroPilates out there in homes, and that's why we love talking to you. Because the benefits really are life-changing. They really are. It seems too easy to actually have such a positive benefit to your body, but that's why I love you sharing your story right out of the gate.
Well, you know, it was originally developed in 1920 as a rehab machine for injured dancers. That's what Joe Pilates was brilliant. He had studied the anatomy of movement in both animals and human beings and recognized that it's not just major muscles that need to be strong and flexible, it's our internal stabilizers. The ones that, if we didn't have them, we would fall into a pile of bones on the floor. So those muscles, when they're strong, much like a crane, if the base of the crane is really strong and steady and stable, then the arm of the crane can do a lot more work. And that's what you'll find. So, but instead of having to think about it and understand anatomy, which you don't, or have to go to the gym and do 27 machines and then a stretching routine and then a whole separate cardio routine, On one machine now, you can get a full body workout in a short amount of time that will show results within the first 30 days that will blow your mind. You'll see weight loss because of the rebounder. You'll see toning and strengthening of muscles that you don't even realize you have. And you'll see a complete change in your body composition. So even though you're losing fat, you're building muscle, but the whole shape of your body will become completely different.
Let's take a look at some pictures, because that is true. I mean, it really changes the shape of your body, tightens and tones. Here we have a couple of pictures we want to share with you. And again, we want your story too. So please know our testimonial lines are open. Here's Tina. So she lost 15 pounds, but look where she lost it.
Yes, and it's not, you know, it's all over, but her posture's different. You can see in the before how crooked she was. Much more crooked on the right-hand side than the other side, and that's straightened. Her waist is smaller. She's standing taller. These are small, subtle changes, but when they happen to you, and after 20 times on the reformer, which you can do in the first month, people will say, what are you doing? You look completely different. And it's not just because you've lost weight. You're moving differently. You're moving efficiently. You have an understanding of your body that you didn't have before.
Let's take a look at another. It's so true. It's so exciting what's happening here. Here's Ashley. She lost 17 pounds. And I heard you just say, use it 20 times in the first month and you can see results like
yes,
this.
So Joe Pilates had a phrase. He said, use it once, you feel the difference. So your very first time, the next morning, you'll think, I didn't realize I had muscles in those places. Then you do 10, which you can do in the first 10 days, and you will see differences. You know, you'll be looking in the mirror thinking, wow, my tushy's a little lifted, my waist is a little smaller, my tummy's flatter. But in 20 times, you've reformed your whole body to move differently. So you're no longer in that repetitive stress of bad movement patterns. You begin to move the right way. So it has an ability to see where you're tight, weak, imbalanced, and fix those imbalances.
Got it. So I'm seeing a big difference in the midsection, which is for women especially. I guess it's for men and women. It's a troublesome area.
Yes, especially as we age.
I know. Can you show us some exercises that would really focus on that area? Actually, before you do that, I just want to show everybody what they're getting if you're just tuning in, because it's really, I mean, this price for this machine is amazing. But then we give you all this goodness.
I know, right?
Because I know it's really important for Marjolaine that you feel supported in this process. So you're getting awesome workouts. You're getting 10 workouts total here. It's all included. Plus you're getting a wall chart. You're getting the healthy eating guide, a 30-day jumpstart. You're getting the cardio rebounder as well. But let me just share with you, these DVDs, you're getting the primer. There's a basic, there's stretching, there's strength and stamina, there's fat burning, and then there's another link that you'll be able to click on in your box that Marjolaine's including for you as well, which is like more of a daily inspiration and more of a workout as well.
So when people say to me, where's my core? I say, put your rebounder in and jump once, and you'll feel your core. So that's what we're going to do, because after my second baby, which I had when I was 47,
wow,
I had a C-section and a pooch that developed from that. And I thought, oh, well, how am I going to get rid of it? Regular abdominal work didn't do it. As soon as I started jumping on my rebounder, it completely flattened it. So lie down, put your headrest
Isn't
up
it the best? You get to lie down and jump.
I know, right? Isn't that fun?
Thank you.
How many cords do you have on?
I think I just have one.
Yeah, well, let's start you there, but that's good on the core.
Okay.
Or two is a little harder on your legs.
Okay.
Well, let's do the yellow one.
Is it best to start with one for somebody that's
Normally
new?
you would start with one or two, right in the middle, because this reformer has 4 cords. One red, which is a very strong cord for those who want to really bulk up and strengthen big muscles. The yellow cord is a very light cord, and that's for your core. And then the 2 black ones are in the middle. All right, little jumps. So jump like you're jumping on a trampoline. Good. And bend the knees all the way in as you land. Bend, good. And now, there you go. So, what do you feel?
Oh, I feel it all through my legs. I feel it in my core right here.
Exactly. So this is, you know, when you think of your core, most people think it's just abdominal muscles, but it's actually your entire midsection. So really quickly, as you're firing these major muscles and breathing and bringing in oxygen and burning calories, in fact, More calories than running on a treadmill.
Really?
Yeah.
That's the best news ever, because this is so much more fun.
I know, right? And what about the impact on your knees?
None.
None.
It's bouncy.
Yeah. So that's the really fun part. And we had no idea. When we came up with the idea, it was after 2 summers in a row of getting stress fractures from running. And I said, well, maybe we could do a trampoline at the end of the reformer and let's see what happens. So we started doing studies. Better VO2 uptake, meaning your cells take in more oxygen than normal. Increase in, obviously, heart health. A decrease in stress that was really dramatic, which means cortisol, adrenaline, less of that and more endorphins, no impact, and more calories burned than running.
I love that list.
Yeah.
I've never been able to deal with running. I just couldn't get
Well,
there.
when you are a runner, you think there's nothing else in the world that's going to give me that feeling.
That kind of a high or
But
that.
this does. This is all I do now. I don't run anymore. I don't do any other strength training.
I just feel like running is so hard on your body.
It is horribly hard.
It is.
The weather and on your organs, you know, like on those internal organs, bouncing up and down,
That's
and
so
your
true.
and your breasts. I mean, it's all, and your skin, your face. I've probably done way too much damage already from 35
just the
years
sun
of running.
exposure, and it's so true. So how many times should we do this every week?
So our study showed that if you do it 3 times a week for 20 minutes each time, you're going to see results. But the great news is, because it's so addictive, that you can do it every day. So I highly recommend, depending on what you're trying to achieve, if you do a 20-minute Pilates workout with the foot bar, which is strengthening and stretching all the muscles in your body, and we should show the animation to visually give you that concept. If you do 20 minutes of that and then add a 20-minute cardio workout every other day, you're going to see a couple of pounds fall off and that body composition change really quickly. So look at just these few exercises. You'll see all the muscles being used at once, which you don't get at the gym. You know, when you're doing your biceps, that's all you're doing. When you're doing your triceps, it's just triceps. Here, every movement engages so many muscles, all the while fixing the imbalances.
Isn't that fascinating? Look at that red. The red is all the muscles working simultaneously.
Exactly.
I guess that's why you don't have to exercise here as long, because it's the whole body is benefiting simultaneously.
Yes. So let's show you how the machine folds, because some people think I don't have the space, and it takes 7 feet and you need about 3 feet to do the exercises.
Okay.
So if I take the cords off and push the platform back, in the middle there's a hinge and wheels at the end to help me. So I can just lift it up and it rolls up into an ironing board.
Yeah, there you go. That's a perfect example.
Yeah, so you can pop that away in a cupboard, or if you want to roll it under the bed, you have to take out the little risers at the back. So today, your choice, of course, is not purple.
Yeah, the purple is gone, sorry.
It's gray or blue.
Gray or blue, exactly. If you're just tuning in, there's only one more airing on our Today Special late tonight at 11 o'clock. I don't know if you're gonna hit the sack early to get back to work tomorrow and back to reality, but I really do hope for you that if you want 2020 if you want to feel a difference mentally, physically, I mean, for me, it's spiritually too.
Yes.
I think something like this is just the perfect answer.
Well, this is like my meditation.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at sitting in a corner, you know, in lotus position for very long and quieting my mind.
Yeah.
But this absolutely does it. Helps you sleep better, gives you way more energy because of the oxygen flow. So in the morning you start to, you know, you have more vibrance. And then, as my friend Malcolm says, once you start AeroPilates, all of a sudden you begin eating kale for breakfast. It's like your whole life changes because you see the changes quickly and you feel them almost immediately.
This is one of my favorites.
I know, the stretch of that hip flexor.
The stretch.
Yeah.
I feel it. I've got pulled hamstrings right now, or tight, so that feels really good. And then the hip flexor on the other side.
So flexibility is everything, and if you've ever felt tightness, then you know that when you don't, you obviously feel a lot younger. Yeah. And I think that's the important thing is, you know, youthfulness and vibrance every day. So the stretching that happens in your workout is phenomenal. And there's a DVD in the box today just devoted to stretching.
Oh, and that's my favorite.
If your hamstrings are tight, we've been doing that little live demo of the elephant. Do you want to try to be that person?
You know what, can we do it with our
model?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only because I'm a little nervous about my tight hamstrings tonight.
Okay.
It's been 2019 for me. You know some of my stories. It was just a year laden with injuries. It was just nuts.
Well, so obviously you check with your doctor if you have any injuries, but really, honestly, it's where I came to Pilates from, and it changed my life. So, Nicole, you want to do the elephant for us? Touch your toes. Let's just see, because I did it early this morning, but I can't keep doing it because it won't be authentic. Although they do have the before and after of my first time I did it this morning.
Okay, explain what this is.
Yes, so it's this exercise. I'll show you.
Okay.
So I touched my toes this morning, and you can see on the left.
Oh my gosh.
All right. And then I did this exercise. So you're just going to watch me do this. I'll do, you know, a few reps. So you're basically pushing away with your heels and then pulling in, lifting your tailbone to the ceiling. So it's an active stretch. And every time getting a little bit closer, a little bit closer. And what happens is extension in your lower spine, so you get a lot of flexibility through here and all the way down into your hamstrings, until I was eventually able to almost double over, which wasn't the case in the first.
Right.
And that only took 10 repetitions. So every single exercise on your reformer is going to do some version of that in every part of your body. You're going to get some strengthening and some stretching.
And the stretching, I love how it helps open up like your heart chakra.
Yes.
You know, it really just helps open everything up. Like that's a really good one.
This is called Hug a Tree. So here, I'm actually opening my chest, and these muscles that get tight from sitting at a desk are stretching. And then here, I'm working against the resistance of my choice and strengthening. But not just strengthening the arms or the shoulders, but the entire upper body. And of course, always your tummy. You feel your stomach working every single time you do anything. And then simply go into circles. So now you're opening up the shoulder joint, working more muscles, working the traps in the back. And then I can go into a tricep press, focusing just on the triceps a little bit more.
See, here's what I love, is that when you get this at home, and it doesn't take, it's like, I think less than 30 minutes to put it together. It comes basically 2 pieces. It won't take you long at all, but she'll be there with you, guiding you. The DVDs are like having a private lesson with an expert. Privates are, I think, upwards of $150 for one session.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know a lot of people. I have friends that are Pilates instructors that go to homes and do privates, but $150 for one lesson, or own your own machine and have 10 workouts included on those DVDs. Or if you want to transfer them over, you can do that to an app too if you don't have a DVD player. I know that there's been a new upgrade in technology, but you get that resource of, you know, somebody teaching you how to do it. I was going to say the right way, but it's really hard to do these exercises the wrong way, isn't it?
The reformer absolutely supports you so that you can't do it wrong, but obviously you want the optimum benefit. So here's a nice little exercise for the rotator cuff. If you've ever had a rotator injury, I'm sure you were taught to do this exercise. And you just isolate that rotator. Then you can slide out and work the shoulder a little bit more. It's really fluid. You just move from one movement to the next. After you've done 10 of those, you can turn this way and go right into your tricep exercise, which again always focuses on the belly too, so your stomach is engaged. And then after doing that, you can sit up tall and work the triceps.
Oh, look at that,
again,
all through the
opening
back.
the chest.
Slow
so you're moving
and steady.
from one movement to the other. It's mindful, it's elegant, it's simple, it's quiet, but so effective. We have some great testimonials we should try and listen to.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
We have a gentleman who I love because, guys, my son is a dancer, and so he's always done Pilates. He's 24. Roger's not 24, and he's doing Pilates, and he's loving it. So take a listen to his story.
I lost over 25 pounds with my AeroPilates machine, and the results showed up probably within the first couple weeks, and from then on it was like, well, we are definitely going to keep using our AeroPilates machine. And with AeroPilates machines, you're basically laying on your back and you're moving your arms as you're keeping your knees up, so you're working on your core muscles. The AeroPilates machine has 3 different bands, and you could adjust your capability. Just stop for a moment, flip the strap, and get right back in your routine. We were going to give our machines away to our kids when we got done with this, and we decided, no, they're going to have to get their own. The AeroPilates machine has given me a new lease on life. I was planning to do Ashtanga yoga until I was 90 years old, but now I'll do AeroPilates till I'm 90 years old. At 76 years old, I am more flexible now than I feel like I was in my 50s using the AeroPilates machine.
I mean, how cool is that?
I think it's great. I mean, you know when you find one of those solutions in your life that just deals with something, for me, this is it. This is all I'll do until I'm, you know, God, hope 96, 97. My dad is 97, and he does Pilates, and he suggests that what he feels differently is, number one, confidence. He said, I just feel so much more confident in my balance, and then he has strength in his ability to go up and down the stairs. We have stairs in our house, so he has to climb them. And he just said, you know, my legs are so much stronger. And he just does 10 minutes. But it's completely changed him. His posture's better because he was starting to hunch over. And you know, you can say, Daddy, stand up, but until your body actually feels that and lengthens, it doesn't really want to do it. So
it's so true.
Yeah, he's grown a few inches.
Has he really?
Yeah.
So what kind of exercises can you show us that would help with posture?
All right, so first of all, obviously the hamstrings is really important, so we did that earlier. The other one that's very simple is you're just gonna lie down. So lie down with your head on the headrest, and I'm gonna add a cord, but you can leave yours on. Start with your toes on the bar, and just heels together, knees together, and just straighten the legs all the way, feel the quads engage, and then bend. And think of neutral spine a little bit, but I want you to think of a cup of tea sitting on your belly that's not allowed to move. And so every time you move and bend your legs, your pelvis is totally stationary. And now, Callie, change the foot position to like a plie, V position, toes apart, heels together, legs out to the side, and now squeeze the legs together. And again, now you're working your inner thighs, but keep that pelvis completely still. And in doing just this very simple beginning routine, you're changing your posture by putting your pelvis in the right place and teaching your body to use your abdominal muscles.
That is a very interesting statement, teaching your body how to use your abdominal muscles. Because every move, it calls on the core. It does.
It does. Now heels on the bar. Flex your feet towards your head. Straighten the legs. Feel the stretch in the back of the calves. If you wear high heels, this is great.
That one does feel so good.
And now the toes on the bar in that position, and lower both heels through the bar.
Oh, yes,
and
please.
Lift. So, isn't that great?
That one is so good.
This one helps with all kinds of feet issues, plantar problems, tightness in the feet, Achilles tendon, ankles. It's stretching everything. And now running, alternate. So you're gonna bend one knee and lower the other heel and reverse. And just get a little rhythm going.
I get leg cramps at night. This is really good.
Yeah. A lot of people tell me that.
I love this stretch.
A little more magnesium.
Okay, that's true. You're right. Thank you.
Magnesium's one of those minerals that we don't get enough of. And okay, so now pick up your straps, which should be behind you, yeah.
Okay.
and go to the little loops.
Okay.
So on these Pro Reformers, we have this fabulous double loop that is super comfortable. The small one is for your hands, the large one is for your feet. Lift your legs into the chair position so your abs are engaged, and now sweep the ceiling with your hands and lower them to the platform. So just lower the arms all the way, straight arms down, and begin to feel your shoulder blades. So now you're starting to work your upper body, but always your core. And now circles, big circles. Open up the chest, relax the neck, feel the stomach working.
Yes, all of it. But you don't really even think about what part you're exercising. It's just happening naturally. Oh, it feels really
And now
good.
bend your elbows and do a tricep press. Good, and now long arms to the ceiling. And now as you lower your arms, lift your head, using more of the abs. Good. And now extend your legs. And bend, and extend. So that's how you grow with this. It's really, really fun. It's very intuitive. You've got a library of DVDs in that box, tons of instruction. There's an AeroPilates fans Facebook group that has been tremendously supportive for so many of you. So if you feel like you want to be involved on social media with a great group, they're fabulous. You can go to my website, lighterliving.com, and read all the articles I've written and talk to me there, Marjolaine at Lighter Living. Our AeroPilates website is helpful. Our customer service has been amazing for 25 years. So we're not going anywhere. If anything goes wrong, you need anything, you can call them. The girls are really great.
That's so great. Doesn't that feel good to know? And all that information is on in the box when you get this. And by the way, it's on its way to you. This is our only today's special of the year.
Yes.
I've been looking forward to this since I last saw you in the fall, and it sold out, and I knew we were gonna be able to get this back for just in time to start 2020 right. Oh, by the way, this is an amazing additional piece you may wanna pick up. It's only $25, and we don't have many of them, but it is available, and let's talk about all the places that you can benefit.
Yes, so arms to start with, pecs and lifting the chest and making the front look better, right? So I love this on the coffee table. If I'm sitting watching a movie, I pick it up and I just start playing with it. Okay, what about inner thighs? Put it between your knees and squeeze.
Oh, wow. Do we hold or we?
Yeah, hold, release, yeah. Good.
Love it.
Can feel that.
Yeah.
Now stick your feet through and use the outer thighs to push out.
Oh.
Feel that?
Totally
Glutes
different.
and saddlebags. Woo, really great. I love it particularly for my neck. Doesn't look very nice when I do this, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. On your forehead and push. And you push back with your forehead and all the muscles of the neck engaged.
Oh,
Do you
I
feel
like
that?
that right
So
here.
it's just tightening and strengthening all those muscles in your double chin, or not so double.
That's
and then on the
awesome.
side of the head, you can get the muscles that hold the head in place.
If you want this, there's 4 dozen remaining. It's 657-302. Not only is it only $25, it's on 5 Flex too. So that is, what a cool tool that is.
Isn't that a little cool thing?
Yeah.
You can also use it on the reformer. Nicole has been doing it earlier. Put it between your feet when you're doing the 100. I mean, there's so many ways to make the exercises on the reformer even harder using the circle. And all of that's on the DVD, so you don't have to worry about what
awesome.
you're doing.
You get 10 workouts with this, with your purchase today, which is awesome. And don't forget, it's only $61 today, $61.67. Any major credit card, debit card, PayPal, all of you. And when you think about that, that's pretty much the cost of one class with a group that you have to go to, and then you should go probably 3 times a week. You own this. You can do it anywhere. It's quiet. You can do it while the baby's sleeping.
Yeah, so maybe we'll look at some more testimonials, more before and afters. There's some side views of some of our subjects that were really, really great too, because results is everything. You know, you're going to get it home, but what you want is to see the results. So look at the difference. What do you think? Isn't that amazing in 8 weeks?
Nice.
That's a completely transformed body.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's standing taller.
She sure
and
is.
her ears are more over her shoulders, which is the key to good posture. Shoulders are over the hips, hips are over the knees, tummy's flatter, bottom is lifted, and obviously there's weight loss.
Yeah, exactly, 17 pounds.
Yeah.
And this is a couple of times a week?
Yeah, well, 3.
3, I love it.
I mean, look at that.
Wow. Talk about, you know, totally different posture, the way she holds herself, and you can see the difference in the tummy. This is exciting, guys.
I mean, on average, a couple of pounds a week will fall off if you include that rebounder in your workout.
Oh, yes, and this one too. That's awesome.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It really is.
And the conversion of fat to muscle, so you're not actually really converting fat to muscle, but you're losing fat and you're building lean muscle. There's no other machine on the planet that I know of that does that, one machine. Typically, you need 27 machines to be able to get those kinds of results with strength, length, and weight loss all at the same time.
27 different machines, all put into this one machine, and this is the lowest. I mean, it's the most affordable price. We've done this together quite a few times. This is the lowest price. I'm very excited for all of you to get this on its way. And as always, you have that 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. You're not finding that you're feeling the difference or seeing the difference, but you know what? You will. You'll feel it after the first time.
You'll feel it the very first time, yes. Read the reviews. They're mostly 5-star reviews. A couple of other reviews are really about things like it's too heavy, but actually it's heavy. Yes, it is heavy. I'm going to tell you why. Because I want to be able to jump on it. I want to be able to really put a lot of weight on this thing. So it's made of steel. So it's heavy because I want you to have it for your life.
And it holds 300 pounds.
It's only really, this one is only 55 pounds, so it's not outrageous.
Okay, no, it's not, absolutely. A question on Facebook from Adrian, is there any way one person can assemble it?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to tell you exactly what the assembly requires. So it comes folded. The hardest part is getting it out of the box because it's 55 pounds, so you might need someone to help you. Then you're going to unfold it just like I did then. You will put on a cord like that. You're going to put these end caps on. They go on aesthetically with a little strip of adhesive. You're going to screw in the wheels. You don't even really need tools for any of this. You're going to put in your shoulder pads. They're obvious. And you're going to screw in these risers. And then you're going to connect this like this, and you're ready to go. And that's literally, 4 little feet have to be screwed in underneath, one in each corner. Well, that's literally all it takes.
Ammo Marie on Facebook is saying, I assembled mine myself and I'm 5'2".
Yeah. Yeah, good girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Proud of you.
I know. So the whole body can benefit from this machine.
Yes. So call in and ask us some questions or share your fabulous stories. I wanted to do a great exercise for the inner and outer thighs. You know, one of the things that we worry about often is our saddlebags and our inner thighs. So if you stand, so you're going to get here and here.
Let me get my paperwork out of the way here. Okay.
There and there. Good. And so now using your left glute, you're going to push that platform away. And then using your inner thigh, you're going to pull it back in. So the fewer cords you're using, the harder the inner thigh exercise is.
The fewer cords, the harder.
Yes. So watch. If you come all the way in, I'm going to put on the yellow one, which is the light cord, and take the black one off. So go slowly, just a little.
Oh yeah, that doesn't help me as much.
Now pull in, right. So it's harder to pull in, right?
I'm pretty impressed with myself right now, Marjolaine, because I broke my toe 3 months ago. And so this is the first time I'm really doing as much as I am. I'm like, it's time. Girl. It's time. It's 2020.
All right, so now I'm going to add cords. So come back in for a second. And now we're going to work the glute and the outer thigh. So push from here. Push.
Ooh, it totally changes it.
Much harder.
Totally changes it to the outer, to the glute area. Oh, my goodness sakes, yes. Whoa.
So again, each exercise, when you add a cord, changes what you're doing. When you take a cord away, it works a whole different set of muscles. So it's really versatile. It's going to work your entire body.
That is crazy. Right here.
I know, right?
Really good.
Another one for the glutes. Are you up for another one?
Sure.
All right, so lie back down.
Okay. I'm lying down. Okay.
So we're gonna lie down together. I'm gonna take another cord. Feet on the bar in the wide position, so wide on the outside.
Okay.
Relax your neck. You're going to roll your tailbone up off the platform.
Oh, that's a nice stretch right there.
Yeah, and you're almost in a bridge, not quite. And now straighten the legs and bend the knees. So this is working stomach, saddlebags, glutes, every single muscle through here and your pelvic floor.
You know what I'm noticing is that I don't feel any strain. Like normally when you're in, if you're doing other types of exercise, you feel like there's something that hurts. There's something that I'm pushing too far and I shouldn't, but this feels natural.
Oh, that's a great way of putting it. I think it is very intuitive exercise. You know, what Joe Pilates realized was, in the standing position, our stabilizing muscles, the little ones that hold all the bones in place, have to work really hard to keep you standing vertically. When you're lying down, all those muscles can relax. And so now you can make some of the movements that you would normally be making standing, like that, like a squat. We were doing squats here, right? So if you were standing, this would be a squat. So now you make these movements and those stabilizers are not involved, so you can get into them and work with them so that they balance and strengthen and stretch. So it's really, the reason you do this lying down is not to make it easier, but to make the corrections in the body that you can't make when they're trying to hold you up. Does that make sense?
It does. It's fascinating, really. The body is an amazing thing. And if you are just tuning in, I mean, Marjolaine, she created this product. She developed this product 25 years ago?
Yes. I didn't really, you know, I mean, Joe Pilates was really the one that invented it.
True.
But I did.
We're at home.
Yes, absolutely.
So we're really excited. I mean, she's been offering this machine on television, both here and our sister network, QVC, all over the world. And over 1 million people are loving their AeroPilates. The comments are pretty amazing on Facebook, and I thank you so much. Ammo is recommending the padded headrest. That's great. Oh, Ken, good job. He just bought one, needs to lose 40 pounds. On your way, you made the right decision. Ammo again saying, sometimes I just put on music and do the reformer for 5 to 10 minutes to feel great.
Yes. I love that. I mean, someone was saying this morning, I think it was Valerie, saying sometimes I go to the gym and I can't stand the class music. So, I mean, at least here you can just choose your own. What was that first comment on Facebook?
Which one?
The very first one you just read then?
I recommend the padded headrest.
Oh, yeah, so let's talk about that.
Okay.
Nicole has it. I'm gonna go over there and take it off her reformer. So it's the head and neck support pillow. Can I borrow this for a second? So we designed it to ergonomically support the neck in the absolute perfect neutral way, so that if you have extra tension that you hold in your neck, this relieves it. You can put your head on it. Actually, if you just lie on the floor and put your head on this pillow, it's going to do the same thing. But on the reformer, it gives extra support and more relaxation for the muscles that are tense. So it slides on any headrest on any of our reformers, and is easily a great gift or just a wonderful addition today. So if you're buying a reformer and you have neck issues, definitely think about it. The other thing that, I'll leave it here for a sec, the other thing that she's using here, which is also available on all of our HSN reformers, is the pull-up bar. So you can switch out the risers for this pull-up bar and then do all the normal pull-up exercises that you would do in a door frame, door jam, on the reformer, and get really strong in the arms and the chest and develop all of those beautiful muscles.
You can do it laying down.
Yeah, yeah, and she's controlling the resistance. It's not her body weight, which it would be in the door. It's the number of cords that she chooses to have.
Exactly. Now that is something I could do. I couldn't possibly do a pull-up in a door frame.
I can do 2. But other people, you know, I mean, men can usually do them more than we can.
So hard.
It's very hard. It's very hard.
When you're lying down,
so you can let go and jump, and then, good girl. And then the other thing she has, you'll notice, and this is great for my dad, for example, is the stand, which is available. It's the medium stand for this particular reformer. We have it available. It raises your machine off the ground 10 inches, 10 to 12 inches, which makes it much easier for some people to get on and off. And it allows for some more advanced exercises as you progress because you've got the space between the floor and you.
Awesome.
But it's not necessary today. If you just pick up one of the either blue or gray reformers and get them home, if you're still committed, 6 weeks from now, you can add the stand then.
Yeah, there you go. And we're going to say hellos. We've got Kimberly joining us on the phones.
Oh, fabulous.
Calling in from New Jersey, who's owned the machine. Sounds like you've had it now, Kimberly, for a year or so? Kimberly, are you with us? Hi.
Hi there.
Thank you so much for calling. You're with Callie and Marjolaine. Tell us about your experience. Yeah. Go ahead. Tell us about your experience.
I've had my reformer for 20 years, and it is still just like brand new. It's my favorite piece of equipment. Anytime we move, that's the first thing I always say, we're never leaving that behind.
Aw.
So is yours the maroon and cream one?
It's actually one of the older models, I think. It is the 4-cord machine, very similar to the one you have now, but it was just gray, I think, back then. I don't think I was able to get a color, but it doesn't matter. It still works amazing.
So tell us why you've stuck with this for 25 years.
Well, you know, I think it's the convenience, number one, and the fact that it's always comfortable, and there's always something you can challenge yourself with. And that rebounder adds such an incredible element to the workout that I don't think I'll ever be unchallenged by the rebounder. Yeah. It seems like it always gives me an amazing workout no matter how long I've been doing it. And I just love how smooth the machine still is. I mean, again, this is 20 years later. It still works like it's brand new. It's so comfortable to use. And there are days that I don't necessarily want a hard workout, but I can go on there and just get a beautiful stretch and just feel like I'm always doing something good for my body.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful. I think that's an amazing gift you gave yourself. You know, as women, we tend to give to everybody else, and then we forget that it's important to give to ourselves.
Wow, and you've had it for 20 years, and I love what you said, how you'll never be unchallenged by the rebounder.
I know, I'm going to put it in and show everybody what you're referring to. So the rebounder was developed because I realized that I couldn't keep running my whole life and needed some kind of low impact way to get my cardio. And I really didn't think that it would be the same. I thought, I'm never really going to get that runner's high doing this. But you do. It's actually even more amazing. Within 10 minutes of jumping, I've got a sweat going, I feel excited, I feel energized, and my stomach's never been flatter.
Exactly, good.
No, it's so true. It really, really does work that core.
I know, right?
So Kimberly, if somebody's watching tonight going, I don't think so, it's just not gonna look or work for me, what would you tell them?
I would tell them, please give it a try, because it is one of the exercises that I really feel like, and I'm just an average gal. I'm not a super athlete. I've never been incredibly athletic in my life, but this is for anyone to do. You can start it at any level, and you can progress at your own pace. You never have to feel like, oh, this is too hard for me. You can always find the way to make the workouts work for you.
That's exactly right.
Love it.
That's exactly right.
Thank you
so much. It's your best friend. It's certainly my best friend. I hate when I'm without it.
Aww. Well, Kimberly, we thank you so much. Keep up the great work, and thank you for sharing that with others tonight.
Oh, and thank you both. Happy New Year.
Thank you. You too. Really appreciate it. I was just realizing a couple comments too on Facebook. Amo, I think it's Amo or Amo. I love it. She says, if you have space, I recommend creating a special place. I transformed a spare bedroom into a Pilates Zen room around this machine. I blew up some pictures I took in Maui for the wall. Salt lamp, coral chairs, etc. Create a space you love.
Well, if you go to AeroPilates fans, a lot of the girls share their rooms that they've set it up. And I've always said that too. You want to put it in a place where you love to go. So a little aromatherapy, a nice plant, some light, you know, the things that make you feel good, because it is your time. It's your 20 minutes of spiritual peacefulness that you're doing for yourself. In our studies, we saw a reduction in stress. I think I mentioned it earlier, but you know, I can't emphasize enough how important that is. Stress is aging you. It's rusting you on the inside. So you want to try as best you can every day to do something to counteract it.
And sometimes deep breathing and stretching and flexing can do wonders.
Absolutely.
I have a comment from Giselle on Facebook I'd love to share. It's a little long, but it's important. I've been wanting one of these forever and was looking at the different models of AeroPilates. There is one that has a taller rebounder and longer carriage pad for a tall gal like me. She's 5'10" and wants the best range of motion. What do you say?
Well, absolutely go for that one. It's really interesting. What we always try to do is make them available for everybody. So some people can afford to buy a slightly more expensive one. This one is our absolute most affordable. The experience you get on all of them is exactly the same. So it's, you know, in terms of strengthening, stretching, flexibility, etc. But absolutely, she should go for that one if she can afford it, and I think she'll love it. I mean, I love them all. I have so many of them. I can't live without them. I travel, you know, this one will fit on the plane. I can put it in the box on the plane with me.
Are you serious?
So when I go places for any period of time, I bring them as gifts for my guests so I can use them while I'm there and then leave them behind.
Well, there is so much to look forward to as 2020 is underway. You will have this at your front door in a little while. I mean, within a couple of days. And then you're gonna get started. You're gonna be like so many of the pictures we've shown tonight. I loved Kimberly's call. She said she's had it for 20 years. Lisa's saying she's had hers since 2006, wondering if the cords are still good.
Yeah.
I would definitely say so.
The cords are replaceable. Our customer service number is in the box. They're fabulous. Everybody knows what they're doing there. Bungees have one stretch in their lifetime, so if one has stretched out or your cat's eaten it or your dog's chewed it or something, you can call customer service and get a replacement.
Oh, nice. There you go. Thank you for that. That's very sweet. As you said, Marjolaine, your customer service is excellent. So if you have any concerns, questions, challenges, problems, whatever, they are there. And if you are just tuning in, there's only one more show tonight, and it's not until 11 o'clock. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be sleeping at that point, and I would love for this to be on its way to you. You're going to feel so good going to bed tonight knowing you made the decision to put yourself back on that list this year and put health and well-being back up in the front-running spot, because it's overall, to me, it's not about being perfect. It's about reducing stress. It's about stretch, flexibility. You get cardio. You get strength and muscle training all at the same time. And you own it. You're not spending the $50, $60 a class to go join a group a couple of times a week. You're not spending $150 for a private lesson to have somebody work with you one-on-one. You've got the 10 workouts, and the DVDs are included that you can transfer over to a link if you want to do it that way. You're getting so much support here, and that's what I know is so important to Marjolaine, and has been since she introduced her very first design of the AeroPilates back in 1986.
So Callie, I'm jumping, and I just, as I'm doing it, I'm being reminded of my great little pants. These are my little AeroPilates pants, which are designed in the back with no seams, so there's nothing rubbing as I jump. They'll be on HSN soon, so look out for that.
Very cool.
Yeah. And this jumping I do every day, and I love it. Some days I put on classical music, some days I just breathe, some days I go really fast. I like to change mine up every few minutes, so I'll do 5 minutes, then change a chord, do another 5 minutes, take a chord away, really play with it.
Question from Janie asking about, she says she has knee And obviously you have to talk to your doctor about these things, but you may have a few words of wisdom.
Yeah.
She's needing to do a knee replacement,
Yes.
needs, you know, some surgery. Can this still help? Because she needs to exercise.
Well, absolutely. So obviously, as Callie said, you need to talk to your doctor. But this was originally the machine used for rehabbing knees or preventing knee surgeries. The knee exercises that I love to encourage all people to do, but especially people with dodgy knees, is this one. It's what we started out with. It's the warm-up footwork. And so you start on light chords, and you notice you're bending and straightening your knees. Now, typically when you begin, your knees are wobbling all over the place. But as you really focus, you start to strengthen all the little stabilizing muscles around the knee and the major muscles that feed the knee, like the quad, the IT band. They become longer and leaner and stronger, and then all of a sudden your knees are really protected. So I'm sure your doctor will recommend post-surgery a really good system for you, but this, you share it with him, and I'm sure he'll agree you couldn't get a better way to rehab the knee afterwards.
Yeah, there's nothing jarring or impacting on your joints, your knees, your ankles, your back, your arms, it's pretty amazing. It's just a gentle, it's like a little gentle giant.
It is. It's like, yeah, it's like a service station for your mind, your body, and your soul.
It is. It's really true. And I'm so glad that so many of you are picking this up right now. We have a clock on the screen. We have blue, we have gray available. Don't forget, everybody gets all the extras. You get the wall chart, you get the 30-day jumpstart plan, you get the eating guide, you get 10 workouts included, 10. And it's all on its way to you at it's the most affordable price we've ever seen the AeroPilates go up on television anywhere. And it's happening here. It's not gonna happen again this year though. It's happening today. The first day of 2020, what a great way to start the year.
I feel very honored that I got to be here today. You know, it's the beginning of a new decade. I'm 65, so
I can't believe
when I say this again to you, I'll be turning 75, right, when the next decade happens.
So crazy.
Still doing AeroPilates, I promise you.
You look amazing. And I know you feel amazing.
I do feel amazing in every way. You know, if I think about when my accident happened, I was a single mom working really hard, stressed to the max, out running one day. Running was sort of my de-stressing. Bent down to tie my shoe, wham, my whole life changed. That was the end of that. It was like, okay, now what? Thank God for Pilates. 3 months in, and there I was, rehabilitating, and I couldn't believe how quickly everything healed and the injury changed, but then I was so shocked at everything else that had happened. All that tension in my neck from having a small child, that went away. I just felt stronger, I felt longer, I was sleeping better, I could do more. It was just incredible. And so here we are, all these years later. It's available for you, and it's never too late to start.
And one great final question before our time together is up, and I love spending time with you. From Gloria, she said, hi, I'm new to HSN. Welcome, Gloria. This machine looks amazing and meditative. Does it help if you have never done Pilates before?
Absolutely. It is in the box today is the exact primer DVD for someone who's never done it, who may be intimidated. You may think, oh, I can't do that. Only ballet dancers can. That's not true. You will so quickly, within a week, you'll be thinking, why did I ever doubt myself? I can do everything that's on those DVDs. Because it's very intuitive movement. Your body knows how to do this. You just listen. The DVDs are great. They're really instructional. If you have any questions during that time, Marjolaine at lighterliving.com. I'll answer them for you. And, you know, I'll help customize if there needs to be some tweaking. But I think you'll find that everything that you need is in the box.
I know, and at this point, you guys, we really, I mean, I wish we had more so we could have a couple more shows tonight, because it's only, I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock here, it's 5 o'clock in California. There's one more shot tonight at 11. I don't want you to wait, because you might fall asleep by then, and you might forget, and then tomorrow it's $80 more.
I know.
$80 more tomorrow for the same machine.
Yeah, don't do that. That's silly. If you're going to try it at all, if there's even a thought in your mind to try it today.
Absolutely.
You can
and then
always
do that
return
flex. $61 to get it home, and then you've got
And the
whole month.
shipping was ridiculously reduced, Callie.
I know it was.
From $30 to $9 something.
Nice, huge savings on that. It weighs 55 pounds.
Yes.
It holds 300. It takes less than 30 minutes. You can do it by yourself to, assemble.
Even if you're 5'2".
Exactly. We've had some really, really great comments on Facebook. Thank you so very much.
I love that they respond to you there.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love being able to answer questions, and you are welcome, Ammo. Thank you for your thoughts. In 30 seconds or 45 seconds,
Okay.
what are the list of benefits?
All right, so first of all, longer, stronger, leaner muscles. So right there, more flexibility and strength and tone. So no more flab. You're going to just feel like an Amazon woman without looking like, one of those. You're gonna look fabulous and feel fabulous. Tighter tummy, lifted, better digestion, better sleep, less stress. A lot more oxygen, weight loss, obviously, a couple of pounds a week. A different mindset, more confidence, more sense of yourself, mindfulness in movement. If you're not moving, you're not staying well. But moving incorrectly is worse than not moving at all. So learning how to re-move again like a youthful, young, energized person.
Great point.
This machine will do it, and you'll love it. It feels great.
The item is 682823, 682823. This has been great. I do too.
I love you too.
You're
Happy New Year,
vaccinated at
everyone.
11. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.
Stay with
Thanks,
us.
Nicole.
One more hour to come in our new year. Your way. It's happening.